Hey y'all, so I'm coming to you guys with a quick word, something short, sweet, and straight to the point. Today, you guys know I have a 5-year-old, and my 5-year-old has the hardest time with asking for things. He demands things. When he tells me when it's time for dinner, Ma, I want food. Ma, I want a snack. Ma, I want these chips. Instead of asking me, Ma, can I have this? And I have to redirect him every trip. It's you telling me you hungry, that don't really have nothing to do with me. What's the additional questions that need to be asked outside of that? Like, you can't just come to me and say, I'm hungry. Okay, I'm mommy. Nice to meet you. Like, what else do you need to be saying, right? And so he also has this bad habit of asking me to do things, but has not done what I have asked him to do. So I told you to take all your shoes upstairs and put them in your closet. Why am I still looking at your shoes downstairs? I told you to go clean your bathroom. Why does that rug still look like that? And why is there still toothpaste in the sink? I told you to clean your room and put some sheets on your bed. Why is that mattress still naked? Right? I have asked you to do things and you have not done them, but you are very quick to ask me to do something for you, and you desire me to do it quickly, swiftly, expeditiously. As soon as you say it, you expect me to be moving. And I get on him about that. But today, God just dropped in my spirit how I will ask him to do things for me. I will ask him to move on my behalf, but I cannot be committed, nor can I stay consistent with the things that he has asked me to do. So, and I'm going to just be real. This is literally only in one area of life. Because if I go in the store and God tell me to give to the person behind me, I got you. I got all your groceries that's on this belt. Don't even worry about it. If I go to the gas station and God tells me to buy the next person gas, I got you. Put your wallet away, sir or ma'am. I got you. Don't even worry about it. When it comes to how I respond to things with my best friend, whom I told y'all God said is my husband, we not all the way there yet. I have not been committed to being a submissive wife to him on a consistent basis. Why? Because I don't have my ring. Y'all gotta ignore my nails. Because I don't have my ring, but also because I don't feel like he acts like a husband to me, so why would I act like a wife to him? And God has to remind me it's not about how you feel in this situation. It's about what I have asked you to do. So I have instructed you to do this. You're not doing this on your own whim. You're not doing this out of your own will. You're not doing this because you desire to do it. You're doing it because I'm asking you to do it. Now, there are certain moments where I absolutely desire to be submitted to him. So I will do anything that he tells me to do. If he told me to go fly to the moon right now, I would think that it's the stupidest thing ever. But because I trust his leadership, I'm going to do it because I know that even if there's something that I don't know about it, he knows, and I know and I trust him enough to say he would never put me in harm's way. So if he told me to go to the moon, there's no harm there. I'm not going to get hurt, and he got me. Those are the 3 things I know when it comes to anything that my best friend tells me to do or anything that he suggests. And also, he's not just one of those uber aggressive men, like, you need to do this, you need to do that. He says it in a way where he's suggesting it. Like, well, why don't you do this? Or what about this? Or, you know what I'm saying? So he's not just out here bossing me around and I'm just following around him like a meek little puppy, because it's never going to be that. However, we have enough respect for each other, and he respects my autonomy, but he's letting me know, like, you can trust me with certain things. Like I said, I know he will never put me in harm's way. I know he would never put my son in harm's way, right? And so there are moments where I don't mind listening to him, and I don't mind being submissive to him, and I don't mind just following his way. However, when I look to contribute something to his life and he don't want to listen to me, I get aggravated, like, well, why I gotta listen to you? You don't gotta listen to me, or you don't want to listen to me. And that's something that I really struggle with. So what stuff like that, and also additional stuff, what it causes me to do is it causes me to take my heart and just clamp it and close it shut. And it's like, yeah, you don't have access here no more. And the vulnerability that it takes to be submissive is gone. I'm too hard-hearted to even talk to him half the time. I'm talking about the instructions of God don't have to be something as major as me following him when he suggests something. It could be something as simple as God say, hey, text him and say good morning. Why am I texting him to say good morning? He ain't text me to say good morning, right? Like, there are some moments that I'm eager to do what God has said, and then there are some moments where I'm like, yeah, I'm really not on that type of time with him, so I just don't think I should be doing that. And so God is like, you are asking me to give you what I have already promised you. You are asking me to bring this in. You are asking me to do what I've already told you that I'm going to do. However, you won't do what I'm asking you to do. You won't follow my instructions. You won't be consistently loving with him. The biggest thing that God is trying to teach me right now is to love unconditionally. And I do. Let's not get it twisted. I don't love him because I think I know I'm going to be his wife one day. I love him because this is what God has built into me. This is a very unconditional love that even when I want to run and even when I do run, I come back because this is where I want to be, even when it's hard. However, God is getting on me about those moments in between where I have to realize this is where I want to be, right? So, somebody make you mad and you go off for a week, you go out for a couple days, and you go on about your business, and then you come back because you have realized it in that space apart. God is telling me you already know what this is, so you don't get to take the space that it takes to realize something because I've already told you this. So you don't need that week to realize this. You don't need those couple days to realize this. Because if you arguing with him or you going back and forth with him and I tell you to go apologize, that's what you need to do. And then if I tell you to text him the next day and say, good morning, King, or good morning, handsome, that's what I want you to do. It's not about your anger. It's not about your hurt. It's not about how frustrated you are with this process. It's about what I am asking you to do. And there's another video that I have to get out about how obedience is just about God. It's not about how we feel. It's not even about what we hope to achieve on the other side. It's not about what God is going to do for us. It's just strictly about God telling us to do this, and we do this just because he told us to do this. And so bringing it back all the way around, my son asking me to do stuff and desiring for me to do it now, and has not done what I have asked him to do. God is like, you do that same thing. And I need you to also stop. You desire for me to do this. I've already told you that I'm going to do it. So this is a certain that you know. This is a certain fact. If you don't know nothing else, you know I'm going to do this. But I need you to do what I'm asking you to do. I need you to do it with as less lip as possible. All that trash talk, I need you to do it without as less lip as possible. And I need you to be consistent with it, because I'm very much in love with him. I'm always in love with him every day, but there are moments where I run from it. And if he wasn't strong in God, and if he didn't know who God was, and if he wasn't graced to deal with me, I could see how it would raise red flags. It would raise confusion, because how she said she in love with me and then she ignoring me today? How she said she want to be with me, but I just text her 3 times in a row. She ain't said nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very thankful that he is graced for it, and I'm very thankful that he understands when I get like that. However, it's not fair to him anymore, right? It's not fair because that's just not a welcoming vibe. That doesn't make somebody like, he's just my friend right now, but I can imagine he's like, yeah, I don't think I want to come home today. I'm not really for sure if those are the type of characteristics and qualities that I want in my wife. Right? So, and he has them because I'm his wife, period. I don't care. But we're working on that. But I say all that to say, I have to stop being so focused on the outcome, and I have to stop being so focused on how hurt I am and how horrible this process is and how frustrating it is. And I just have to be quick to do what God is telling me to do. And that's the message that I want to give to all of y'all as well. Be quick to do what God has told you to do. Don't be so quick to open your mouth and ask him for something when you have not done the very last thing that he has instructed you to do. Whether that was quit your job, whether that was dump that boyfriend or girlfriend, whether that was disconnect from that family member, whether that was move to that new city, whether that was take this new opportunity, but it's offering less than what you already make, whether it's give up your brand new Mercedes and go buy a cash car that's 20 years old. Whatever it is that God has instructed you to do, don't think he out here moving on your behalf, moving because you praying and you fasting and you quoting scriptures, but you have not done what he asked you to do. That's what he wants. And there's so many scriptures in the Bible that say God don't care about all that praying and all that fasting and all that stuff and being able to quote the scriptures from the first book in the Bible, Genesis, to the last book, Revelation. He don't care about none of that. He care about your heart posture. He care about your obedience. And if you can't get that right, then honestly, you shouldn't even have the audacity to go and ask him anything, because you ain't did what he told you to do. So be quick about being obedient to God so God can be quick about answering your prayers. That is the word, you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday, and I will see y'all on my next word.